We begin with justice for a murdered police officer. 30 years later, Officer James Irby was killed in the line of duty back in 1990.
And tomorrow his killer is set to be executed. Our Grace White has more on the last-minute appeals Wayne Bunction's attorneys are making. Grace?
Attorneys for Wayne Buntion claim he's no longer a threat. He's 78 and the oldest person on Texas death row. But Bunction's latest appeals have been denied, and the family of Officer James Irby told us they're ready to close this chapter.
We're both just ready to not have it hanging over our family's head.
Callie Irby was 1 year old when her father, Houston police officer James Irby, was murdered. He was shot and killed during a traffic stop in 1990 by Wayne Buntion. In one of his final interviews, Buntion spoke to us on death row.
How often do you think about that day?
I think about it every day. I wished it hadn't have happened. Is that called remorse? When you're sorry that something happened, is that the right word, remorse? I think the answer is yes.
But regardless, the state of Texas is planning to execute Buntion. In an appeal filed in federal court, his attorneys state Buntion is an old man who, besides not having injured anyone during his 3-decade stay on death row, is now physically incapable of harming anyone in prison or out.
Why is it important for you to be there for the execution?
I don't yet know for sure if I'm actually going to be able to stand there and view him dying or if I'm just going to be in the family room, but I have to represent him. I've been Mrs. Irby for the greatest part of my life, and I want our grandsons to know that we represented their grandfather and we saw this last chapter to the very end.
Bunction's legal team told us he's been battling pneumonia and fell and hurt his head last week, but the execution still scheduled to go on tomorrow.
Grace, who will be in the room at the time of the execution? We know there's been some debate about spiritual advisors.
There has, but the Supreme Court ruled last month Texas has to allow spiritual advisors in the execution chamber, and TDCJ confirmed to us they will allow Bunchins to pray, lay hands, and even sing if they choose at a reasonable volume during the execution. The Irby family will be there along with us serving as a media witness.
I know that family is ready for closure, that's for sure. Grace White, thank you so much.